Thank you, everybody, for coming. I'd like to share a day in the life with Carla. She got up early, very early. We had an alarm clock. His name was Bongo. He got up at 5 or 6, and she had to feed the cat. I'd stay in bed, and she would get up, and she would go in her upstairs, and she would pray for about an hour over any situation, any of our family or friends or business or anything going on in the world. She would do that every day. And I would stay in bed. And so when she came down, she would make me coffee, and I'd stay in bed. And then she'd get ready for work, and usually she would bring me breakfast. I'd stay in bed. So I never really realized how hard she worked, and how much love and energy she poured into every part of her life, from getting up in the morning, praying, feeding our cat, and taking care of the kids, things like that. When she would go to work, I didn't understand, well, I knew she had an important position. She was marketing director of Standard Process. And she started at the bottom and worked her way up. And they saw in her, which I saw in her also, was that she had great organizational skills, great insight on people's psychology, and she was able to help grow the business, help train the staff, help create this big business that Standard Process became, as I was told by the owners, that without her, they wouldn't have been able to accomplish hardly any of what they were able to do since Carla started working with them. So she had some people that she worked under her, and she trained them, and it wasn't about working hard for her. She trained them into communicating with people, communicating from the heart, communicating with love and consideration. And what happened from that was there was harmony in the workplace, and people enjoyed going to work. And people wanted to work under her management. And so the business grew. And she would come home after that, and I had my own business. I had a small business. And usually I'd be home before she was. And she'd come home, and she'd make dinner, do those things. And then after she would make dinner, she would do the dishes. And I'd watch TV or play guitar or something, and just kind of took it for granted for this part. And then at night we'd we didn't watch too much TV. We didn't, I guess the last 5 years we turned off the television. It was, seemed to be TV was just pretty much promoting the worst in people, these sitcoms and things like that. And so we both didn't agree with that. So we found hobbies to do, photography, and you can tell I take a lot of pictures, and playing guitar. So we had some artistic outlets tonight, and stuff like that we did. When she was diagnosed with cancer, That was a shock. She was one of the healthiest people I've ever met. Rarely ever sick. Years and years without even having a cold or flu or anything. And there was a cough that would not go away. And she was taking nutrition and seeing other alternative medicine doctors to see about getting rid of this cough. It would not go away. And finally we went to a doctor and they did a test and they x-rayed her lungs, and there was something in the x-ray that was in both lungs, and it was stage 4 cancer. So, we did the alternative for so many years. I said we should see about doing chemotherapy and do whatever we can to get rid of the cancer through the standard medical. And I thought we were getting good care. And we were at the Scripps Institute in La Jolla, which is famous for. And we had the best doctors, people who've been on television and everything. And all along, we just assumed that she was going to get better. And then, for some reason, everything we did seemed to backfire on us. And she never complained. She never said, "Woe is me." We both prayed more and more. She, even to her last day, was more concerned about other people, making other people feel comfortable. She was so clear in the way she loved people, in the way she communicated with people. There was no lie in her eyes, no deceit in her voice, no. It was just a clear, she looked at people and she saw people, every person she saw. And she not only saw them, but she also held the best of that person in her vision. And she would pray for that outpicturing, whether it be the girls or myself. And that was a real gift, to just have somebody that believed in you. And it was a way of encouraging us to reach for the stars. I want to thank you all for coming.